Today we're talking about the co-op games from 1998. But first, let's see what else was happening in '98. Metal Gear Solid, Banjo-Kazooie, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Grim Fandango, StarCraft, Spyro, F-Zero X, Sonic Adventure, Mario Party, Pokemon Yellow. And for home consoles, we saw the Game Boy Color, as well as the Sega Dreamcast in Japan. Now let's talk about the co-op games. Rogue Trip Vacation 2012, released in 1998, comes from the creators of Twisted Metal, and although it may not reach the same heights, it's a solid vehicle combat game. Set in the post-apocalyptic year 2012, it features a unique premise where you play as an auto mercenary, competing to pick up tourists in a hedonistic paradise built by a tyrant. The core gameplay strongly resembles Twisted Metal, with similar controls and vehicle combat. However, Rogue Trip adds an interesting twist by introducing tourists who provide income and objectives, making the game a bit more strategic. The level design, based on real American tourist spots, offers destructible environments. The soundtrack is primarily ska, so if that's your thing, you're probably gonna like it. But like most normal people, you're probably gonna think it's annoying as hell. While lacking individualized storylines, Rogue Trip remains an enjoyable and underrated gem in the vehicle combat genre, and can be played in two-player co-op. Armed Police Batrider is a crossover shooter that merges elements from different games, introducing strategic team-based gameplay with a diverse character roster. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, players take on the role of Zero Cops, sent to thwart the Gigantech Corporation's weapon production on the artificial island of Zenovia. The game features original characters divided into police, psychic, and criminal teams, alongside hidden characters from other titles. It refines the rank system, starting players at the highest rank and allowing rank reduction through grazing projectiles, enhancing accessibility. Armed Police Batrider offers various gameplay modes and maintains Battle Garega's scoring mechanics, presenting a compelling shooter experience, despite not having a home console release. This is an excellent arcade shooter, and of course is made better with co-op. Blaze & Blade is an innovative RPG that came out on the PlayStation 1, and it can be played in both single-player and multiplayer modes. It offers robust character customization, allowing players to create the character they want, with various attributes and elements. However, the game leans more toward action than interaction, with NPCs serving functional roles rather than adding depth to the story. The controls are a mix of good and bad, with some intuitive features and counterintuitive menu navigation. The graphics and sound are serviceable, but not exceptional. In multiplayer mode, the game shines as a cooperative experience, reminiscent of classic arcade multiplayer games. Despite some issues, Blaze & Blade offers addictive gameplay and is especially enjoyable with friends, making it worth trying for RPG and action fans. Blazing Star is a noteworthy shoot-'em-up that first appeared in arcades in 1998. While its core gameplay is relatively simplistic with only 2 buttons for controls, it offers a decent level of challenge that's perfect for newcomers to the genre. The game features beautiful environments and pseudo 3D ship sprites. The soundtrack is impressive, reminiscent of Capcom titles from the mid-90s. Blazing Star includes multiple ships with unique attributes, encouraging experimentation to find the best fit for your playstyle. Collectibles like score multipliers and bonus point panels add depth to the gameplay, and you can even play simultaneously with a friend. However, it lacks standout boss fights and doesn't introduce many innovative elements to the shoot-'em-up genre. Despite its simplicity, Blazing Star provides an enjoyable arcade experience that's worth a try. Crisis Beat is a 3D beat-em-up, attempted to adapt the beat-em-up genre to the emerging realm of 3D gaming in the mid-90s. While titles like Fighting Force were widely seen as disappointments, Crisis Beat took inspiration from Sega's Die Hard Arcade and the movie Under Siege. to create its own beat-em-up adventure. The game's story closely mirrors that of Under Siege, featuring anime-inspired characters divided into 2 pairs, each with its unique attributes. The gameplay involves 2 attack buttons, weak and strong, with each character having a distinct combo. However, the enemies lack aggressiveness, leading to little challenge, even from the bosses. Crisis Beat came out exclusively for the PlayStation 1, and it never saw a US release, so it went under a number of people's radar. But when it comes to 3D beat-em-ups, this is one of the better ones. Electronic Arts successfully brought the dark and gruesome world of Diablo to the PlayStation, maintaining the satanic, gory, and intense experience of the original PC version, while adding some extras. Diablo on the PlayStation is an action RPG where players wield swords, cast powerful spells, and confront the devil himself in a real-time environment. While not as excellent as the PC version, the PlayStation adaptation introduces various new features that enhance the gaming experience, such as improved visibility, environmental effects, and a double speed mode. They also added a local 2-player mode that was missing from the PC version. In conclusion, Diablo on the PlayStation offers an engaging blend of action and RPG elements, making it a solid choice for gamers, but die-hard fans of the PC version may prefer the original. Danganronpa, also known as Fever SOS, stands out as an unconventional gem among arcade shoot-'em-ups from the Japanese developer Cave. Departing from the typical shoot-'em-up themes, it embraces a disco theme with a lively and rich soundtrack. The game's music draws inspiration from disco classics and blends them into a unique experience. While visually it doesn't scream disco, its enemy and level designs harken back to other shoot-'em-ups from the era. The game's core challenge lies in its unorthodox scoring system, where players collect cyborgs to increase their score, but missing even one can be punishing, resetting your points to 1 per enemy. To excel, players must maintain a swift pace while navigating a relentless storm of bullets. Danganronpa offers a variety of ships and weapons to choose from, each impacting gameplay differently. It's known for its high difficulty, making it a favorite among arcade shooter enthusiasts. Despite its quirks and challenges, it remains an exceptional and distinct title in the shoot-'em-up genre. Dynamite Deca 2, or Dynamite Cop, delivers a humor-infused, action-packed adventure. With the return of the protagonist, Wolf Hongo, the game features a plot involving modern pirates hijacking a cruise liner, including the president's daughter, and offers 3 playable characters. It introduces various infiltration methods that influence gameplay, encouraging multiple playthroughs. Combat allows 8 directional attacks and includes satisfying grappling suplex moves and using incapacitated enemies as weapons. The game revels in absurdity, with missile explosions, exploding soda machines, and battles in unconventional settings. Ported to the Dreamcast, it enhances cutscenes, introduces challenging missions and extra costumes, and offers a character from the first game. Overall, Dynamite Cop combines humor and over-the-top action, and it's definitely one of the better 3D beat-em-ups. Future Cop LAPD started as a sequel to EA's Strike series, but evolved into a mech-based game set in Los Angeles. This came out on the PlayStation. You control a versatile mech that can transform into a hovercraft as you traverse 8 sections of LA, causing destruction along the way. One major drawback is the frustrating checkpoint system that sends you back to the beginning of a level upon death. However, the gameplay is generally enjoyable with smooth controls and useful weapons, aided by an auto-targeting feature. You can play the game in a split-screen co-op mode, where you each control your own mech. Graphics feature decent light sourcing and satisfying explosions, while sound effects enhance the overall experience. Future Cop LAPD is a worthwhile game, and when talking about PS1 co-op games, this one's definitely underrated. Gauntlet Legends, the modernized arcade classic, made a triumphant return to the gaming world in the arcades, and then later home consoles. The game retained the core essence of its predecessor while integrating updated 3D graphics and special effects. Offering a diverse selection of characters, players embark on a quest to collect sacred ruins, essential for defeating the demon Scorn. Gauntlet Legends excels in simplicity and accessibility, requiring just 3 buttons for attacking, using magic, and activating turbo. The game features creatively designed levels, inventive puzzles, and a robust multiplayer mode, where battling evil creatures with friends offers boundless fun. Gauntlet Legends is an excellent reboot, and it might even surpass its predecessor. Goemon's Great Adventure, the sequel to Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, arrived on the Nintendo 64, embracing the beloved side-scrolling co-op gameplay that made the series a hit in Japan. The story, although as nonsensical as usual, involves Goemon and his companions trying to thwart the evil plans of Bisamaru, who has misappropriated a machine for resurrecting the underworld boss Dochuki. The game offers 5 distinct areas with various stages, blending platforming, enemy combat, box pushing, and puzzles. The town stages allow interaction with NPCs, providing hints and items. The gameplay is linear, but offers non-linear elements based on character choice and branching paths. While the game is presented in 2.5D with 3D backgrounds, it maintains precise platforming. The detailed levels, character animation, and boss fights add visual appeal. Sound effects and music maintain the series' anime-inspired charm. Overall, Goemon's Great Adventure provides enjoyable 2D platforming, reminiscent of Konami's classic side-scrollers. In my opinion, this is the best co-op game on the Nintendo 64. House of the Dead 2 offers a thrilling light gun gaming experience that truly shines when played with a friend. As the sequel to the original House of the Dead, this game delivers faster and more varied gameplay, alongside incredible graphics for the time. You can choose to play as James Taylor or Gary Stewart, who find themselves in a city overrun by zombies. The game features 4 stages of multi-path shooting action, with well-designed levels and creature placement that keeps the game interesting. The creatures you encounter are varied and well-designed. While the graphics have some inconsistency in texture quality, the overall visual style fits the House of the Dead universe. The game's dialogue and voice acting are so bad that they're good. So if you're a fan of the campy voice acting in Resident Evil, you're definitely going to enjoy this as well. Despite being relatively short, House of the Dead 2 offers replayability through multiple paths and high difficulty settings. Ultimately, House of the Dead 2 is a must-have for fans of light gun games, and it's still considered one of the best co-op light gun games out there. Metal Slug 2, while plagued by noticeable slowdown, delivers an immensely enjoyable gaming experience. Many consider to be better than its predecessor. The graphics impress with improved animation, color palettes, and diverse backgrounds, while its sound, especially the music, elevates the overall experience. Gameplay maintains a high standard, introducing more vehicles and character choices, making it challenging and rewarding for high-score enthusiasts. Metal Slug 2 is an excellent run-and-gun platformer on the Neo Geo, and one of the best in the entire Metal Slug series. N2O on PlayStation 1 is a shooter that thrives on balance, offering players a choice between mere survival and selective genocide as they battle hordes of insects in gas-filled tunnels. The game's central mechanic involves shooting insects to speed up and gain points, but the strategy lies in deciding which insects to shoot for maximum rewards. Its minimalist plot serves as a backdrop for intense, adrenaline-pumping gameplay, with insects, each with unique attack patterns, filling the tunnels. The game's sensory assault, including neon-tinged graphics, a phenomenal techno soundtrack by the Crystal Method, and spot-on controls, immerses players in a trance-like state. N2O is an underrated classic that deserves recognition for its unmatched speed and top-notch gameplay, and playing this with a friend makes for a pretty intense shooting experience. Radiant Silvergun, initially exclusive to the Japanese Sega Saturn, stands as a classic and unique shooter, developed by Treasure, merging 2D and 3D elements. It offers a variety of weapon combinations that add depth to its gameplay. The game's accessible design lets players access their entire arsenal from the start, foregoing the need for weapon pickup. Its RPG-like leveling system and accessibility through multiple playthroughs make it approachable to both novice and experienced players. The scoring system, akin to its spiritual successor, Ikaruga, rewards players for chain combos of enemy colors. Despite its age, Radiant Silvergun's visuals and music remain captivating, making it a standout title, and it's no longer stuck on the Sega Saturn, with ports on the Xbox 360 and the Nintendo Switch. This is still considered to be one of the best shoot-'em-ups of all time. So those are some of the co-op games from 1998. What games did we miss? And if you enjoyed this video, check out our video from last week where we talked about the co-op games from 1997. Thank you for watching.